Folks, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about grading companies and what that means for collectors, the business owners that are out there, and how that is affecting the markets. Because if you can't send the graded cards, that means something's going to happen, right? There's a cause and effect, right? So all these businesses that run off of making sure cards are getting graded and where they can burn and turn cards by getting them sent off, they are getting affected because they can't send any cards off to get graded, right? So it's going to slow down the businesses. And what I think about that is I think most of the businesses are just going to hold. They're not going to try and switch up companies from CGC or like all the other ones. You can send cards to Beckett still. But the main company, PSA, is no longer taking the regular submissions. They're only doing the higher end cars, and they still take a very long time to get to you. So very scary to see. For the businesses that are doing this, they are going to get stopped up, which means business will be slower for them. They won't have as much burn and turn, which means they might be going into more card shows, more shows, and really setting up tables and doing more sales and buying at the store, or the card shows, right? And so from the collector side, I think, or more of the small businesses that aren't going to need to send up as much cards, or they're doing more sealed product wise, they're doing fine. I think the product will eventually start spiking because people are not able to make money off of graded cards as fast. Like I said, you're still able to do it, but the way I see it is, I think all the small businesses and collectors are just going to hold on to their cards to send to PSA. I think majority of people don't want to spread out their collections and their different grading companies. Usually you stick to one and you stay with them, right? It's just like getting a bank account as a kid, right? Your first bank account, you usually stay with them for the rest of your life, right? You don't really switch banks too much. So I think the same thing is going to happen with the grading companies, right? I personally only grade at PSA. I only want cards at PSA. And so that's the only company that I would do, right? So personally, what I would do is hold all my cards and wait till PSA is back up and running. Then I would submit my cards, right? And I think there's a lot of people that are going to do the exact same. And so whenever PSA does get back in business, I think they're just going to be overrun again. Hopefully they'll continue hiring people so we don't have this problem. But I honestly haven't been grading any cards or buying singles to get graded because of the wait times. I really just don't want to wait half a year to receive cards or my graded submissions. So I just have been preferring not to do anything graded wise. I have done some submissions in the past, but sticking with sealed. The sealed game is where I shine, what I like to talk about, and where I see a lot more guarantee on gains rather than having to wait 6 months and then getting a 9. It's really not too worth it, right? Because you can burn and turn a lot faster with singles. If you just sold the singles throughout, you'd get the percentage on burn and turn, right? Rather than waiting 6 months, betting on a 10. PSA has been grading a little bit more harsh, which is good. I think it's a good thing, which means the cards are going to be worth more if there's a harder grading system in place, which is a good thing. But collector side, PSA, people are just going to wait. There's really nowhere you can send cards. I think all grading companies have a very long wait time right now. Everyone is just backed up. People can't seem to hire enough people, or I don't know why Tag doesn't have their machines up. I feel like if you were able to create a machine that is grading these cards and you're able to get perfect analysis on why your card was its grade, I feel like you would be able to mass produce the system or the robot that's scanning them and doing it. So I don't know why Tag is having a problem, but PSA and all the other ones are having a big problem as well. So that's really my thoughts on all the grading stuff. There's really there's really not much that we can do as consumers for the card grading system, but I do think it is going to cause a lot of spikes in the PSA 10s and the cards in PSA 10s, just because you now we can't even send things in, and so that means all these newer cards, such as Ascended Heroes, that has, get a card and you can grade it in a 10, and then it's 6x its value, right? It's just, I think that is going to be affected in a positive way for the cards. But people obtaining them, I think it's going to be harder, which is why I do think they will rise, because it'll be harder to do. People noticing that there's going to be a lot longer wait times. People are definitely holding off on sending cards, which means there's not going to be as many graded opportunities out there for the newer sets, newer cards that are coming out, or people that are ripping. I would say majority of the rip and ships and how people are running their businesses are more modern side rather than strictly vintage, especially for sealed. And so being able to get those cards, it's just easier to rip lower priced packs, right? Which means those are obviously going to be highly ripped, which means these businesses and people out there are wanting to grade those newer cards, and they're not able to. So we're going to see how that affects everything. But today we're also going to get into some numbers and really see where the market is at today. So this is the market for June 4th, 2026. This is where everything's at. We've seen 151 has been doing great. Paldea Evolved finally moved up over the 2,000 mark. Really good to see. Paldean Fates continuously moving up. Other notable mentions, we got Twilight Masquerade. I would say the booster box is doing very well for itself with the cards in it. The total value has been growing. The EV in the set is about $100 now. So really good to see the growth on that, and the Parents at like 180 for Twilight Masquerade. Surging Sparks also moving up as well. And the booster box has been moving up again to probably like $20, so that's really good. Prismatic Evolutions continuously, the total value for Prismatic Evolutions is continuously going up. And I just saw the ETBs are going down. It looks like they're still printing these things, which is really good to see. The cards in the set are going up, and the product is going down. So great opportunity to get into Prismatic right now. I think this week is definitely a good week to start buying more Prismatic ETBs. If you haven't gotten as many as you can already, going to be a great hold. We're waiting for that 2-year mark for Prismatic, and hopefully it'll get to 600. So that's the bet on Prismatic Evolutions. Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals is another good mention. The box is it dropped a little bit to around $600. If you can get these boxes market at 600, hopefully you can get them a little less off of Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is the best way, is literally the best way to get product. You get to meet locals, you get to meet other people that are in the hobby. Really good way to interact and just improve your skills, sales skills, buying skills, and just communication as well. But what we really want to talk about is Black Bolt White Flare. The total value is moving heavily. We are moving up a lot in Black Bolt White Flare. I took a look at the cards today, and inside of Black Bolt White Flare, I really believe that there's too many really good IRs in the set, because there's so many that it will probably I wouldn't say it would be prismatic, but I would say it's probably going to be a little bit under prismatic where it would be, just because of the overall just volume of cards in there. And I don't know, there's a lot of artwork to look at, so definitely take a look at the cards within Black Bolt White Flare. I think it'll definitely boost your confidence in buying the ETBs for long-term holds. Definitely something that I have been watching for a while now, and definitely getting into. Ascended Heroes, of course, doing its own thing, because the total value is just absolutely insane for Ascended Heroes. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I think it's going to be right around there. The ETBs, like I said, if you can get these things at market price at Walmarts and stores, definitely want to get into it. Great set to hold long term. One of the other things I wanted to mention was that I was told that their WalMarts and Targets are now actually cutting the seals in the ETBs. I completely disagree with the stores doing that. I think there is definitely a community of people that like to go to the store and buy the product so they can hold it for a long term. And if you're going to receive, or if I saw, like literally, I got a picture of someone cutting their boxes at Target, and I was honestly I got really pissed off because I just think that's just wrong to receive a product and then damage it and then and then sell it. I just think that is just not a good practice to go into. So I really hope that they stop doing that. If they really have, I mean, I've only really saw pictures and people talking about it on Facebook and Instagram. So really hope that is not true. That these box stores are not actually ruining and cutting the sealed product and then selling it. Because if I saw that at my Target, I would probably want to talk to the management, because that is a little insane. I don't think that a company should do that, but just something to keep aware, that if you are looking to buy and hold sealed and you're able to find it at market price at these stores, you want to double check and look at the product if you're definitely planning on holding it, because if they are doing that, that is going to ruin the strategy, right? Because rips in the seal is like a 10% loss for the product, especially if you're trying to resell it. So just keep a lookout for that, and just be wary. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Please leave a like and comment if you have anything that you want me to talk about in next week's video. I would love to hear y'all's comments. Thank you guys so much. Y'all enjoy y'all's day. Bye.